Hi, it's Stacy with Families with Grace, and I want to talk to you today about Christmas traditions. They're an incredibly good way to bring your family closer together during the holiday season, and I have 8 specific traditions that my family and I do every year that we really enjoy and that help bring us closer together as a family. Um, I'm not a big fan of doing things just because that's the way that we've always done them, even though it doesn't make sense and nobody is happy about it. But I do love traditions that are simple and are enjoyable. And that's even more important at the Christmas season when it is just such a busy time with so many things going on. Like we have to do Christmas shopping and wrapping gifts and probably do some baking and go to kids' school programs and church programs and family gatherings and so very many things. So I try to keep things simple and straightforward. And these are just traditions that we have done in our family that have evolved over the years. It's been 10 Christmases now since I've been a mom. And I have just some simple, fun, and great ways to build good memories with your family. So the very first thing that my kids love to do and that they've both talked to me about already is a countdown to Christmas. It is important, especially for my son who is 5, because he doesn't understand time, chunks of time very well, and how long it is until Christmas. And so it's very helpful for him. It's also helpful for my daughter as well when she was younger. But either way, they both still enjoy it. And so I have created my own countdown to Christmas printable. It looks like this when you print it out. So you can go on to the website, onto the blog, and click and download it for free. You don't even have to give me your email address. You can just have it at yours. And you will see on here that each star has a number on it for each day in December, going down into December 25th for the Christmas day. And the way that you can do it, you can either mark off the numbers like with an X, or you can put a sticker on them. My kids love stickers, so we're going to go the sticker route. I suggest even hitting up maybe Dollar Tree for some star stickers that you can just cover up each day. Even better is it's kind of an even number. So if you have 2 kids like I do, they can take turns each night to put the sticker on, and then on the final day they can do it together. So it's a cool way to be able to count down to Christmas. It's really easy to do. I print it out, I tape it up. This year it will be on my pantry door, and we'll just do that every evening. And the next tradition that we really, really love is wrapping Christmas books. We love books, and we really love to unwrap gifts. And thanks to things like Scholastic Book Club and gifts from family and my own finds, we have enough Christmas books that last us from December 1st all the way through December 24th. Now we have a few extras because I've accumulated so many books through the years, but in the early days I also included some general winter books as well, and you can definitely do that. You can even use library books as long as you just keep track of which books came from the library and when they need to be returned, because you don't want to forget that. So when the first week of December is coming, which is coming, it starts Saturday. So this week, I'm pulling out all of our Christmas books, and I'm going to wrap up 24 of them. It's really awesome if you have an even number of kids, because you can rotate through who opens them each night, because everyone wants a chance to open a gift. It's very exciting. It's also really good when your kids are younger. My kids, when they were toddlers, especially loved this because they wanted to keep opening and unwrapping the gifts that they saw appearing under Christmas trees, but they kept being told no all of the time. So this was a good way to give them a chance to open a gift. So we do this one near bedtime because that's when we read the book. We then read the book for bedtime. We combine this tradition with the next one. So each book has a daily Bible verse. That's the third tradition that I have for you, is going through Advent verses for children. For us, I print out and cut into squares the Bible verses that take us through the Christmas story and attach one to each book. And I have this for you as a free printable as well. It's actually 2 pages, and you can either cut them out and attach them to books, or sorry, that's kind of hard to see. You can attach them to books, or you can have your kids draw them out each day, or mark them through and just make it as a chart, however you want to do it. It just has a verse that takes you through the entire Christmas story using scripture from the International Children's Bible. We do this each evening because it's attached to the book, and so I cut it out, I fold it up, I put the number on the outside, and then put it on the book. So then each night my kids find the book with the number that corresponds to that day. So before they open the book, we read the verse. And before we read the verse, like as we're getting ready to do that, we talk about what has happened in the Christmas story so far. So it's a really good way to help reiterate the Christmas story for your children and remind them the reason for the season. The fourth thing that we do is we have a radio ornament that we got from my parents back in 2012. It's a Hallmark ornament and it's a North Pole countdown. So each day starting December 1st, you can turn the radio dial and hear a 60-second or so update from the North Pole. It's very cute, it's funny, it's clever. The kids really enjoy it. So we usually do that when we do the other Christmas activities, which tend to be in the evening after dinner before bed. But sometimes we do it in the morning. It just kind of depends on the day. And sometimes with all of those, we get behind a day, like if something has happened, if someone was sick, or if they were away visiting with their grandparents for the night or something, and then we'll just do two the next time. It's really easy to catch up. Another thing that we like to do every Christmas is go on a Christmas light tour. I love seeing Christmas lights on houses. I always have, and of course my kids do also. When I was a child, my parents would drive us around and show us Christmas lights throughout the city. And even once I was an adult, before I had kids, my mom and I continued to do that, and a lot of times we would include my grandmothers as well. And it was just fun, and I always enjoyed it. So now that I have kids, we definitely keep up this tradition. Usually we do it a couple of times throughout the Christmas season. We'll go to more formal, organized displays, but then we'll also just drive around to neighborhoods, to houses where we've heard about people having their houses decorated well. We keep it simple and just do it whenever we have a chance. I know there's some families that do things like go in their pajamas while sipping thermoses of hot chocolate, which is totally fine. You can do that, but that doesn't seem to work out for us. And for some crazy reason, nobody else in my family likes hot chocolate besides me. I don't understand it, but whatever, it's their thing. Okay. So that's not something that we do, but there are some other traditions for us as well. Another one is we have a cookie decorating party. I am the cookie baker in my family, and I have been since I was in high school, which was quite a long time ago because I'm old. And I love making Christmas cookies. When my daughter was probably 3, I decided it would be fun to involve our families in decorating cookies with us. So one evening near Christmas, I invite over my parents and my in-laws, and we decorate sugar cookies with colored icing and candies and sprinkles, and we just have fun with it. The last couple of years, I've made maybe 2 or 3 dozen sugar cookies, so it doesn't take us a very long time, but we have fun, and we enjoy the time visiting with our family. We usually order pizza and make an evening of it. If you're not a cookie baker or you don't have time to bake cookies, just buy pre-made sugar cookie dough, roll it out into shapes, or even just make all circles. Use store-bought icing, and it will be done. It's a simple, uncomplicated way just to have some fun and make some good memories with your family. The 7th tradition that I have for you is something that we call cookie breakfast. Like I said, I am the cookie baker in my family, and one of my favorite things to do has been on Christmas Eve morning to eat a couple of those homemade cookies for breakfast with a nice cold glass of milk. And I'll sit in my living room with only the Christmas tree lights on, eat my cookies, drink my milk, and I just really have enjoyed that time. That's just always kind of a peaceful time before it gets hectic and busy. So once my kids were old enough to do that, they joined me in this tradition. And I have to tell you, I didn't give it all that much thought. It was just something that we kind of did until the Christmas when my daughter was about 5 or 6, and she brought it up to me at the beginning of December about how much she really looked forward to our cookie breakfast. It was one of her favorite things that she had shared at her preschool about Christmas. And I love that the smallest traditions can bring us together and help us make the best memories. And this is one of those very traditions. And so it's really cool. It's just a very easy thing. We just eat Christmas cookies and have those for breakfast while looking at the Christmas tree lights. Very simple and easy, but we love it and we enjoy it and look forward to it every year. The final tradition that I have for you is Christmas Eve pajamas. My kids like to open one gift on Christmas Eve. And usually we open our gifts with their grandparents on Christmas Eve. We'll go to both grandparents' houses and open gifts. Then we'll save the gifts among the 4 of us for Christmas morning. Regardless, my kids still love to be able to open a gift at home on Christmas Eve before we head out. And since I've always loved having new pajamas for Christmas, and I still do, I've combined the two things. So I have combined the Christmas Eve gift with new PJs. So now they can open new PJs on Christmas Eve. The only caveat that I have is now they've gotten old enough to be on to my ploy and how I'm doing it. And so they know that they're going to get pajamas. So many times they'll try to convince us to be able to pick out one other random gift to open as well. Because for some reason, they're not as excited about new pajamas as I am. I don't get it. But these are some traditions that we do with my family. They're 8 simple traditions that can help bring your family closer. And I really do have these awesome printables for you that you can print out and use for your own family, your countdown and your Advent verses that will just help your family focus on the real reason for the season and make some good memories and have a good time together this holiday season. So Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.